And then when you tell her, she's probably going to say, get out of my sight. You did this to me. And if you're lucky, she'll let you back in. Then it's, what can I do? How can I help? And she'll say something to you like, I never want to ride with you in the car again. Okay, done.
Here is Jay and Lori Pyatt from The Couple Cure with this week's question.
The question is, will she ever get over this? The answer is maybe. The answer is, it depends on how you deal with the pain that she is in. Or another way that I've heard this is, I keep forgetting she's in pain, or, will I have to pay for this forever? Why do we keep coming back to this same conversation? When some clients ask me, why do I keep forgetting that she's in pain? I say, well, it's because they don't limp. And what I mean by that is, if he was an alcoholic and you were in a driving accident and that left you with long-term injuries where you had to walk with a cane, he would never look at you and wonder, where did that come from? He would have that constant reminder. We used to go to church with a couple where the man was running the weed whip outside, and the wife stepped outside to ask him a question or something. And right at that moment, he hit a stone and it hit her in the eye, and she's had a glass eye ever since. He never has to wonder, where did that come from? And so when there are challenges around that, when there are challenges around her eye, when there are challenges around somebody who's been in an accident, the guy's not dragging his feet going, geez, why are we talking about this again? He knows that this is a result of his actions. To the women that are listening, you are resilient, strong, capable people who have for years picked up the slack when he's been using or abdicating from his role as a person in the home, as an adult in the home, something that I did for a long time, of just not picking up my responsibilities. And so now you're finding out all of the things that he did, and it's left you in pain, and you're still functioning just to keep things moving forward in the rest of the household. And so he doesn't see someone who's injured. He doesn't see someone who is hurting. He sees someone who seems to be moving on just fine. And that is because you're such capable women. Guys, you need to understand, a big part of what you can do right now is step up. If you don't do the dishes, somebody's going to do the dishes. It's probably going to be her. And one way in which you can help her heal is to take some of those burdens off of her, because she needs time. She needs space to heal. And if you need to get a tattoo that says she's still in pain, or write something on your bathroom mirror that says she's still in pain, that might be helpful for you, because you're likely to forget or overlook, because your development process is just now beginning. And oddly enough, I had conversations earlier this week with guys who have been in recovery at different stages. One of them, they're recovering from alcohol, but a similar problem. One was almost a year clean, and he started thinking about how he was going to have a bottle of booze while his wife was gone. And another guy who had 30 years in it, his wife kind of caught him at the grocery store, like staring at a bottle of liquor. And she had to punch him in the arm and say, what are you thinking? And he's like, I was just really wondering what that tastes like. And so to some degree, there's a tendency in us as humans, definitely a tendency in us as addicts, to forget how painful it was for the other person and for ourselves to, die, to be in that life. You need to put things into your program that help you to remember her pain. One of the quickest ways to do that is to begin to own the pain that you caused. And the more that you can own it, the more that you can proactively talk about that, the faster she's going to heal. Because instead of having to convince you, don't you know I'm limping from the car accident? Don't you know I lost my eye because of the weed whip? If she has to convince you of that first, that's an uphill battle for her. So one of the things you can do is begin to just take ownership of, man, I really, really screwed up. I did something so painful to her. And she's still trying very hard to keep life going and carry that pain. So I need to step in many ways to help her carry the pain, to help her heal, right? Just to help her heal. If you had been in the car accident situation, you would be sitting there in the ICU waiting for her to wake up. And you would just be praying, God, just let her wake up. Let me see her again. Let me be able to apologize to her. Let me, take the next step with her. And if she wakes up, when she wakes up, the first words out of her mouth are probably going to be, what happened? And then when you tell her, she's probably going to say, get out of my sight. You did this to me. And if you're lucky, she'll let you back in. And if she lets you back in, then it's what can I do? How can I help? And she'll say something to you like, I never want to ride with you in the car again. Okay, done. I'll whatever way I can get someone else to drive you to physical therapy, to doctor's appointments, whatever. And the same is true with porn addiction. There may be a lot of things that she says to you, I don't want to do this with you anymore. It doesn't feel safe. I don't know what the future holds. So I need you to let go of this for a little while until I get some healing. And in the car scenario, maybe somewhere down the road, she lets you drive again. But if she sees any indication that you're not safe, she may leave the car. She may tell you, I'm getting out, I'm getting an Uber, I'm calling a friend because this doesn't work for me. And again, the same is true, years and years into your recovery. Those things that look and feel unsafe to her can still be a thing that she says, you know what, I can't do that right now. If you need to go buy a set of crutches and stick them in the corner, or a wheelchair or something like that, to see, no, she's still in pain. There's still healing going on. There's still a process that we're a part of. And she is going to begin to see in her mind how all of these things interconnect. So you as the guy may think, well, I've apologized for that. My behavior was only in this area. So why is she talking about something completely unconnected? Well, that has to do with the nature of the way women's brains are wired, that your behavior interconnects with all of those things. And so she may remember an anniversary or a birthday or something from years ago, and all of a sudden that pain is right back because she realizes, wow, at that particular moment when I thought things were so great between us, the reality was he was somewhere else. He was doing something that would ultimately hurt me. So can she forget this? Can she move forward? I don't know that she needs to forget it, but I do think she can heal from it. And again, that has to do with how you respond. You may forget this because again, she's a very capable person. She learned to be capable while you were while you were living in your addiction. And because she learned to be a very capable person, she's still doing some of those things. It would be to the benefit of both of you for you men to step in and say, I've got this, and then stick to it. Because once you pick something up, she needs to know she can count on you. All right. So I think that's what I have on this topic. If you could, please hit the like and subscribe buttons here on the YouTube page. It's the easiest way that you all can support us, and we would really appreciate it. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.